Welcome back, peoples. We are heading out to Alvar. It's gonna be a long journey, so get ready for the trip. And here we are. Let's see. I think the person that we wanted to talk to is on the northeastern edge of town. I probably kept on confusing him for Master Formaggio's place. Whatever. So we still got that log of Eldenbry with us. Kari Blackthorn returned and informed us of this assistance you provide her. Okay. So I guess we just got money from that. Okay. Thanks, Kim. Ah, here's a sale formaggio. Blah, 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 blah. Cheese, 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 cheese. Very good. You have found me some of the cheese I seek. But now I have my heart set on a full cheese tasting with all 3 cheeses eaten at once so I can savor them in comparison. Come back when you have them all. I will not take what you have now. I don't think I could resist sampling what you leave. And then the cheese tasting would be ruined. Yeah, he's picky like that. But what can you do? Cleric Necromancer War. Ah, here we are. This is Sahil Itale, the person who they told us about. Lying as they do on opposite ends of the light-to-dark spectrum, relationships between the Necromancer's Guild and the Temple of the Sun have never been the best, but now they battle openly. Oscar Tyre, head priest of the temple, says a holy vision drove him to declare war on the Guild so as to rid Jadame of the taint of darkness. Both groups are relative newcomers to our continent. The Guild has set up its foothold in Shadowspire, and the first and only Sun Temple of Jadame is in the Murmurwoods. Dragon Hunters. The renowned dragon slayer Charles Quixote of Arathia has set up a hunting expedition in Garrote Gorge. This is no safari. In fact, it's blah blah blah. We heard that before. Minotaurs. By rescuing the Balthazar Lair Minotaurs, you have ingrained them to yourselves and by extension to our guild. Even though the crisis, trade relations with them have improved immeasurably. Once matters of the Cataclysm are resolved, I'm sure we will see a tidy profit, a direct result from your good work. Yeah. People are always looking to make coin, even whenever it's the end of the world. Quest. And he doesn't say anything different after you have the Minotaurs working on your side, unfortunately. Hello there. And this is nothing special up here. Just me looking around is all. The game is very curious about the way it rewards you with exploration. I'm kind of curious too, like... Here, hang on. Cast, water walking. I'm kind of curious if I can go underneath the waterfall here. Yeah, it's one of those things which you would always expect to find, you know, the hidden cave behind the waterfall and so on and so forth. Curious if there's anything out here too. Doesn't look like it though. I've never really bothered to fly up around here and check. So I figure, hey, what the heck? It looks like there's lots of wasps out there. I don't really feel like playing around with them just yet. We'll come back and we'll dispense with them eventually. Right now, I just want to hand in the ogre ears and find out some way to get rid of this darn coffin I'm carrying around. And look at this. This thing's huge. Duh. Whatever. Ogre raiders. Wasn't there somebody buying wyvern horde here? Nope, just wasp stingers. And ears. Then we can head back out to Ravage Roaming and hand in all of these. Actually, no. First things first, I wanted to head out to Rust. Then once we're done with that, we'll head back down to... Lots of flowers, actually, there. Which explains the reason why all the wasps are up there enjoying themselves. Like, flowers. Well, actually it doesn't. Aren't wasps just plain carnivorous? They don't make any sort of They don't do anything with pollen or sweet stuff or anything like that. I don't know. I am not a... I can't even think of the correct word for it. You don't want to say anthropologist. I know that's not the right word. Well, whatever. This would be a good time for us to try to clear out the village of Rust so we don't have to come back here. This place is rather hostile to anybody who tries to come anywhere remotely near. So let's try to get this cleansed all in one go. The only thing we might have to come back for is fire resistance potions, because I still don't know how to make them. That's right, let's get things set up. Let's do this up right. Cast some Day of the Gods. And we'll start on the northwest and work our way to the northeast to the southeast. Meaning we're going to be heading over the Lake of Fire, so I got to keep an eye on the flight spell. Last thing you want is flight to be running out whenever you're over a lake of pure lava. It is not kind to adventurers who walk inside of it. That going, and now Hour of Power. No. Just watch out that you don't accidentally venture back to an area where you didn't even want to go in the first place. Turn around and fight me. Ah. Takes care of him, and...
That was easy.
Got him. Looks like there's a challenge up there too, which is very nice. This is strange. I doubt that all these gogs could have done this much damage. I see a bunch of bones lying around. I mean, sure, they're gogs and they're pretty vicious, but I can't imagine them being the ones that gathered all these huge piles of bones.
Hey! That one was weak.
So I'm very interested in finding out what it is that's inside of that place. Also, or... and thornbark. I'm trying to keep an eye out for any trees out here, because I think this might be where that thirsty tree is, or something. I know that the one where you hand the gems into is at the Murmurwood, but I don't know where the other one is. Ah, the good old fly attack trick. That works too. There's that tunnel underneath the Lake of Fire. That tunnel underneath the Lake of Fire that they were talking about. I don't know how good flying will work over the Lake of Fire. I mean, it sounds like a very risky proposition, doesn't it? I mean, this isn't like Quake 2 where you can just jump like 2 centimeters over the fire and you just are like, hey, it's perfectly fine, it's fire, as long as I don't stick my head underneath it.
That was easy.
And then even whenever you do stick your head directly underneath it inside of Quake 3,
Watch it!
Quake 2 or Quake 3, your character's able to do so for a full, like, 5 seconds without even worrying about death. It's like, okay, I'll stick my head in this here fire pit. Molten magma, I hear, is good for that deep facial cleanse.